And I am pumped to have my friend and real estate superstar, Dayla Brooks, with me today. Dayla, how are you?
I am great, Tanner. How's your day going?
Oh, it's awesome, because we caught like the trial version of spring like last week, but I feel like we're getting close. And there is no season I like more than spring in real estate.
Absolutely.
Because,
Absolutely.
there's so many houses popping on the market. So that reminds me, Dayla, how many houses in Kemp Woods right now?
You're not going to believe it. We have a goose egg.
Oh,
However, that's
okay.
normal
For this time of year.
In 2023 in January, we listed one house. In February, we listed one house. In 2024, goose egg for January, goose egg for February. So we're right on track where we usually are.
And go ahead.
So I'm not concerned because I love that if you live in Kemp Woods and you need to sell your house, you're going to be the only option.
I love that. Yeah. I don't want to be driving from spot to spot to spot in Kemp Woods. So whoever's going to get in the game first to get their house listed is going to be sitting pretty, which makes a lot of sense. But let's talk about for the folks, because, to recap, we don't have any houses that we're going to go over in Kemp Woods today, but we have some more things we're going to talk about. First, can you give us the rundown on your 3 C's to make sure we're getting our house ready for the market?
Absolutely. And I will tell you, Tanner, I'm a list checker. I want to check the box before we get the house listed. And we listed a house yesterday in a different neighborhood, and we had 3 showings the first day, and we've got 2 set up for today already. So this is what I had that seller to do. And this is what I tell every single seller, because it doesn't matter what kind of house you have. It's the same recipe for all of them.
For success. Yep.
And I'm going to give you 3 C's. The first one is clean out clutter. So if you don't love it anymore and you don't want to take it to your new house, go ahead and get rid of it now.
Yeah.
Clear out your clutter. Second is the competition. We just talked about that a minute ago, being the first one to the market, getting there when you're the only competition. If there were 4 houses in Kemp Woods, then it would be different. And the other one is curb appeal, having that pressure washing done. Everything on that front porch, because I, as a realtor, I'm going to be standing there getting that door open, and they're going to be looking around at all of the things on your front porch. So the 3 C's: curb appeal, competition, and clean out that clutter.
It makes sense all day long. And that's why you're a professional who does this and sells, a ton of houses every year. It has forever. And that's why I'm so glad that you're with us on this journey, because I know you're going to be getting a couple in Kemp Woods this year coming up. Now, I got a little game for you that, since we didn't have a listing to look at, I decided to kind of make a comparison one for you. So give you a chance to really talk about one of the things that you do for the folks. So let me go and get that pulled up. All right, Dayla. So I promised you a little kind of give you a chance to talk about your skills and what you bring to the table here. So, Dayla, we're looking at 2 pictures, and the reason I want to show this for the folks is the importance of professional photography. And the floor is yours. So talk to us a little bit about, how that's evolved, what people should expect, all those things with professional photography.
So first of all, I think both of these houses did a great job. The clutter is cleared off the counter. They've got, they did all the pre-steps that they could do, but I think somebody may have just wanted to save a few bucks. And if you list with me, I pay the photographer anyway, because I want the best pictures possible. And I was at a house yesterday meeting a photographer, because I'm going to be there to see if there's one little thing left out, or we need to hide a cord, or whatever. As a personal stager, I can go in and just see those little teeny things. But yeah, I pay for a professional photographer. And if you're like got a pool or on the beach or something like that, I'm going to get a drone and get the whole overhead. So,
I think Kemp Woods is a perfect neighborhood for that, because half the residents probably have pools, or some. It's close. There's a lot of pools in Kemp Woods, and then because we are such a tree neighborhood, it really shows well when you kind of have that elevated look and people driving around. Not just your not cookie cutter, but your newer neighborhoods that it's all flat land, no trees that have grown. So that's one of the things Kemp Woods does really well. Now, Dayla, based on this kitchen. And I may be kind of leading the witness a little bit, but which one of these houses do you think was the more expensive one?
Well, let's see. I would say because we have the white cabinets and the updated hood, and I would just say that it's a little newer on the one on the right that says professional, but the one on the left has the nice drawers in the kitchen. So I'm still going to go with the one on the right.
They could be comparable, right? You know, that would be what I would have thought based on this. And you know, that center island, it's almost like one of those games where you notice the differences when they're pointed out to you. But if you look at that center island, look how much bigger the one on the left is. The folks that are playing along with this, you know, it's huge, right? Now, that being said, the average person looking at pictures online is going to be drawn to the one on the right. And that goes back to the value of professional photography. Now, let me show you this. Now, these two houses, we're not going to name agents. We're not going to name addresses, but these are 23320 zip codes. Okay.
Okay.
This, if I can get my screen to work here. Come on. There we go. That is the difference in price between the two. Now, we're not talking about, you know, size or anything like that. We are just talking about overall presentation. And I can tell you that other pictures looked very similar to what we are looking at here.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Huge
mean,
difference.
Exactly. And that, you know, that's one of the reasons, obviously, I'm sure the folks have figured out you and I are friends, but I also believe you are one of the top agents in Hampton Roads. So I, being a homeowner in Kemp Woods, would not have invited you to do this if I didn't believe that you are one of the best in the business. And when we talk about the professional photography and that being part of the services you offer, I mean, this is the difference. You know, when I look at that $915,000 house, I bet if we walked in, we'd be wowed. But, you know, you got to get me in the door first. So
the seller that I listed their house yesterday, they did not want to do staging, and it was $1,200. I'm like, it will vastly improve the number of showings that we get. But going back to what you said a minute ago, Tanner, my job is to leave a neighborhood better than I found it. I don't want to leave any money on the table. My job is to get the seller the very most money with the least amount of hassle. But if I just go in there and undercut the price to get a quick sale, I have hurt that seller tremendously. But then I've hurt the whole neighborhood because the appraisal is going to come back low. So it hurts everybody. I believe you have to be a professional and leave the neighborhood better than you found it.
I love that idea. That's exactly why it makes a big difference, and why the folks look. We don't have any listings on the market right now, everybody. So if you are considering listing your house coming up, please reach out to Dayla. Her contact information will be in my post when we do this. But Dayla, as always, thank you so much for hopping on with me, and we're going to see the folks next month.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tanner. Have a great day.
You too.